another avenue that you mentioned that kind of sets you guys apart or provides student athletes with a much better opportunity or resources to be successful is your Champions of Character program, where, the core components, servant leadership, sportsmanship, integrity, responsibility, respect, those are things that are being taught on different college campuses of NAIA schools. Where did that idea come from? How long has that been going on? And talk a little bit more about that Champions of Character program.
Yeah, I'm pleased to say that I was a part of it at the start. It's been around about 20 years, about the same amount of time I've been at the NAIA. I can't say I was one of the catalysts for it or one of the leaders. We had some great people like Bruce Brown, Rob Miller, and Steve Baker, who was the president at the time, was kind of part of his vision. But what we kept coming back to was, what we were trying to figure out what sets the NAIA apart, and what we kept coming back to was that one of the things certainly is that we have such great coaches out there, and that those coaches use athletics to teach all kinds of lifelong lessons that help student athletes along with their academic, along with their education at the institution, helps them to become productive citizens, good employees, good mothers and fathers, good siblings, good friends. We're all on team somewhere, and so this using athletics to teach a lot of those things was important to us. And so we felt like our coaches, for the most part, were doing that anyway. So what we needed to do was bring some structure to it and make sure we're highlighting that so people understand what great work our coaches are doing. So that's really how it started 20 years ago. We now have some requirements for student athletes and coaches to take some online courses, but we mainly provide resources out to our members because coaches like you who are in the NAIA for a long time do such a great job with it. We just feel like we need to provide resources and kind of let each coach do his or her own thing to take it into their teams, and for many teams then take it out into the community where they live.
And you track this too for some schools and have a scorecard.
We do, yeah. There's a scorecard which has changed a little bit over time, and we want to make sure that it's serving our schools well. But essentially, if the schools commit to and then execute on various component parts, then they get points for that, and if you get a certain number of points, you're a gold institution, then silver and bronze. And fortunately, most of our schools hit one of those three categories. And just a little bit of inside baseball, we're always having discussions about, well, if all your schools hit it, or do you have the bar measured correctly? But I think as long as we think it's strenuous enough, that it's great that all of our schools are committed to it, and it really has become kind of a moral compass for the NAIA. When I'm in leadership meetings, people point to Champions of Character and whether certain decisions are consistent with that, and it really does help us to make sure we're keeping our eye on the most important things that we can do in athletics.
I can certainly vouch for the program. Obviously every coach wants to win and win at the highest level that they can when they're coaching, but you definitely want to win off the court as well. And even if you're winning, you want to, cut down those red cards and cut down those technical fouls and have people
right.
that have the right sportsmanship and character. So I enjoyed working with your Champions of Character people and the resources that were provided, and I thought it did a good job of giving us some guidance on how to do that as coaches sometimes, so we didn't have to recreate the wheel.